Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's check-in day. This is my very first time seeing the Trailblazer. I actually didn't know if I was going to make it today because my truck tire is about to explode. And then my grandma's tire was actually flat too. It's the one that my buddies pointed at. So we made it in the nick of time, and I really don't know how my reaction is going to be, to be honest. I might cry a little bit, I might not. I might cry later. I don't know. I just am really excited, and I just can't wait to see this thing for the first time since we dropped it off. So let's get inside and see what it looks like.
That's promo code Pandora in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
I don't know where you want to start.
Wherever you want to start, to be honest.
Your hot rod, bro.
That looks fucking sweet.
Well, like what you're looking for?
Huh?
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, yeah. I had an idea in my head. I just didn't know what it was gonna like turn out in, because I mean, there's so many different ways. Well, I think there's probably different ways that you could have, you know, done the tubing and all that stuff.
Right, and to get it to exit where you wanted.
Right.
With your little exhaust sides.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. How long did it take you to make the headers?
It's pretty time consuming. I mean, it's like all day just to weld up one side. So you got 2 days in welding and a big solid day in each one building them, and then figuring out how you want it. And then there'll be another day in finishing up the exhaust side, you know, the outlets.
I got
But
you.
then we had to do the cutouts in the firewall to get everything to clear tires.
Oh yeah, I even noticed that right there. So for the coil brackets, when did you get that done? That wasn't.
Guys,
Yeah, that wasn't in the
the other
picture.
day. I mean, I pop in and out different things, messing with the front, mess with the back, mess with the sides,
I gotcha.
and I don't know. There's some days that I may have took a picture and it may have been a few days before she got it to you or anything
Right,
like that.
yeah.
So they may have been done when you got a picture of just that. These may have already been done.
Yeah.
It's just what order I send her pictures in.
From the last pictures, because it didn't have like the coil brackets or the radiator wasn't mounted in. Like,
Yeah. It's
what else have
sitting
you?
there for now because
Okay.
we've got to finish. We had to clearance everything, and it's a total. It's a lot of hours, a lot of time to just configure to make everything fit.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's been a minute since I ordered that, and I thought I forgot to order it. I was like, shit, and I was like, oh yeah, never mind. I went back and looked at my messages with Shay, and I was like, okay, good.
Yeah, we had to cut off the neck. We're gonna have to move it over here somewhere because it's
Oh yeah,
right
it's right
there.
in front of us. Yeah, I gotcha.
There was no other way to get this guy in here.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that you used some of my old tubing, and then
Just that one piece. Everything else is.
Oh, I gotcha. I thought it was that piece, and then the
No,
other
these
piece
are all.
going up
Everything
there.
else is new. This is a tight 90 radius because we had to do a tight 90 in its cone, and then a slipped O-ring band clamp. So
I
yeah,
gotcha.
the only piece was that piece right there because it had just the right piece to fit. So.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So for the parachute and stuff in the back, how long did it take you to rig this whole thing up from scratch?
I mean, we've got the hours and stuff wrote down, but it's basically we design it all, come up with the idea of how to make it work, and get it all up in there. It basically works just like a traditional hitch would. Same thing with the hitch mount that we built. Because nobody, I'm sure you probably know, nobody makes one that bolts into
Right,
this thing.
yeah.
Especially when you've done a cutout here.
Yeah.
So we took and designed our own hitch. Then I made a hitch style slug that will just pin in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to take it off, you pull your pin, take your parachute cables off, take your airline off,
Yeah.
and you just slide the whole thing out. So if you're cruising down the highway or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
You just throw your cables inside.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than that big ass 20 gallon that was in there.
Right.
Is this battery
Battery
box?
box.
Yeah, I assume that's what it was.
Yep. And we had to do a fully enclosed one because you're supposed to be encapsulated because it doesn't have, a firewall of any kind.
Right.
And then your water tank we moved into the
Yeah, I see that.
rear passenger seat. CO2 bottles right next to it as well.
Oh yeah, that wasn't in there the last time I checked. Oh, sweet, yeah. I was just about to ask about if you got my switch panel in or not.
Yep.
So, yeah, right when that came in, I thought about that bar. I was like, shit.
Yeah, it'll go to the right of it just a little bit. It'll be easy to
Okay.
reach.
I gotcha. Yeah, I just didn't know. Well, I'm gonna be raising the seat up and stuff
It's already
anyway.
done.
So,
We're-
oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'll go 2-inch, 3-inch. It's all the way back because we have to do all that because we're changing your steering.
Right.
So I need you to sit in it today
Mhm.
so that we can
You
see
see
how
where
you
the
fit.
yeah.
Yep. And then we can position your shifter.
Yeah. I don't really know of any other questions to ask, to be honest. It's just honestly looking at the list and.
We had to make a whole new mid plate for you. So
Oh,
that's
really?
a completely different mid plate. The mid plate that you had with it had been cut on already, and it was cut up in such a way that it wouldn't fit once we got the engine in the correct location.
Okay. Well, let me hop in. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, and you still got plenty of headroom.
Yeah.
'Cause usually the rule is if you can take your fist and put it sideways like that, as long as you don't hit the roof, that's including the thickness of your helmet and like an inch. So that would be the thickness of your helmet plus an inch. So if you
Right.
hit nothing with that, then you've got anything more than that is extra.
Right.
Extra room. So
Yeah.
it looks like you'll be just fine because you've probably got 6 inches above you. So
Yeah.
you have plenty of room there. So I feel like
Cool.
you can see out of it a lot better.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
How
not like I'm.
How do you feel roughly at your pedals? They don't feel so close.
Um.
They're gonna be close because it's truck style, but
Right.
you can adjust your brake pedal a little bit. Your gas pedal is just kind of.
Yeah.
It's more like you can change that kind of stuff too, but you won't know until you're done with everything.
Right.
You don't want them to be like a street car where your legs are laid out. You're gonna
Right. Yeah.
be, but with your seat being up, it's gonna be better than it was.
Yeah. So, is that wheel anywhere?
Yeah, I've got it. We'll mock it up here in just a second.
I gotcha.
What we want to do, where do you want to put your shifter? Just hold your hand out where you think the shifter should be.
About somewhere right there.
So front to back wise, somewhere in there. Height wise, about that height.
Yeah. I would say the shifter height, like the grip, would be like kind of down here.
So about 4 inches lower than it's sitting right now.
Yeah.
So hold the shifter. Hold the like you were holding.
Oh, okay.
How's that for height?
Um,
You want lower? You want higher?
say go.
Are you
low.
gonna manually shift it? Or is it gonna air shift?
It's gonna air shift.
Okay.
I would say.
So you keep getting higher. Now you're 2 inches higher, and it was 4 inches. It was
Oh,
6
was?
inches lower than that just a minute ago. Your hand. Your hand was at that height just a little while ago.
Okay.
Especially if it's gonna air shift. You don't want the thing up here like a trucker. Do you want it down and out of the way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think with like the other seat that's gonna be in here. I don't know how my arm's gonna be, if it's gonna be kind of the same. That's why I kind of raised it up a little bit just to.
Well, the biggest thing is front to back because we can always shorten it. You can always cut that off and go, all right, I want it 2 inches lower.
I would say front to back. It feels fine.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of hold the steering wheel where you like it. Somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Basically 2 inches. Height wise, it's going to be about like that. Is that okay?
Yeah, it should be fine. I might actually, let me see.
Further away is easy. I mean, if you'd be like right there.
Okay.
Without changing everything here, that's about what your height would be.
Okay. Yeah, height's not bad. Yeah, I'd say like. Where was I last time?
You were originally or just a minute ago?
Originally.
Oh, originally it was like all jacked up because we've cut all this out. But doesn't matter where it was before. Where are you comfortable now?
Yeah.
Put it where you want it.
I'd say like right here.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
2-inch. Okay. Switch panel wise.
Oh yeah, switch panel will be good.
Yeah, because you'll be right in there. It'll be about 3 inches closer to you because it stands off the cage.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be higher than that, but front to back wise, it's like that.
Right. Oh yeah, I'll be good then.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be up there in height.
Right. Yeah, I just didn't know with how much this was raised up and how much I was sitting down because I knew it'd be like up in this area.
Right.
How it'd be to hit the switches, but no, that should be fine.
You're good there.
Yeah.
And parachute and everything's easy
Right.
to get to. The few questions I had, with the front end being removable, do you want it all one piece? Are you set on that? Or do you want to have this where it stays and just the fenders come off? What was your ideal? I mean, it's ideally what you really want. So that's.
I was thinking taking the whole thing off.
Okay. Did you realize that your hood is short? Is there a new cowling that goes up here, or what do you got?
I didn't realize my hood was short, to be honest with
Well, in the factory, cowl's all been cut out.
you. Yeah.
You know, like your rear wipers and everything is. So
Yeah.
that hood's like only that long.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean I have to stretch it. You know, I just stretch this one for this Nova. But grab a hold of that side and just walk that way.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Did it sit in the heat somewhere?
I mean, it
Has
was.
been sitting around for a while.
So I don't know where. I mean, it's been in the garage.
Yeah. See how it sagged real bad?
Yeah, I noticed that when I put it on. I thought it was just because there was nothing.
No, it's actually folded from the heat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fiberglass, you can actually manipulate it. You can heat it up and bend it like plastic. So it has sat, either before you got it, it sat somewhere on something and sagged.
It was hanged up. So what the previous owner did was he used the hood pin holes
Right.
as like a mount to hang it on the wall. So that's probably what did it, right?
Yeah, especially if, did he like put some screws in it to hold it against the wall? Because if that's the case, it would sit here and get pulled into the wall there.
I
You
think.
can see it.
I think maybe. I'm not 100% too sure.
Does that
but
make sense to you? You know,
No,
'cause it
yeah,
would
yeah,
touch
yeah.
here and get sucked into the wall.
Yeah, because
And
it's
if it-
pressing down on both
Right,
sides and
and
it's
it's
just
bowed.
pulling it in. Yeah.
Right, and it's probably 6 inches short. Time you get it all back, you know, that distance from there to there.
Yeah.
Does anybody make a hood that is? You know, it's a solid 5 inches short. I would have to make it 6 inches longer and then trim it to fit. Does anybody make a hood that's extended?
I
Probably
doubt
not.
it.
I can extend it. I mean, I do a lot of fiberglass stuff. I mean, I moved all the wheel openings and extended that one and cut up
Yeah.
the hood and made it all one piece and all that kind of stuff. But what you do is you cut the thing in half and then you stretch it and then you got to fit it. I mean, it can all be done. It's just how far you want to go.
Yeah. They don't really have another option besides.
Right there. That's what I was asking. Yeah, it's not based off anything else. It's its own thing.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's
Yeah.
not like it's a,
It's not
Silverado
an
hood or
S10
something like that.
Blazer or
Right,
anything
yeah.
Where you just get an S10 hood.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would have to just basically stretch it. The other thing that's really not fun about it is that sag. because I gotta get the sag out of it.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was because it didn't have any weight on it, like when we were transporting. Because I noticed that too. I was like, I wonder why that's sagging like that.
Yeah, the only way that would happen quickly is if you were to put like a sawhorse on each side and let the middle hang on a hot summer day, and you just left it outside all day.
Oh, like
And
have a piece of wood running across, and
yeah,
like
like
have
if
it
it was
kind of
one on each
pressing
side.
up the underside. And
What I mean is how that happened now.
yeah,
It was supported on the sides, and the weight in the center just
yeah, there was nothing
sagged
supporting it. Yeah,
it just
yeah,
sagged if it got hot or in a hot garage or something.
yeah,
That can old fiberglass does that terribly if you don't support it. So
yeah.
it's definitely got some sag to it.
I'm not a fiberglass expert, so
Yeah, it is fiberglass and carbon fiber is quite a bit of work. So,
uh-huh.
I mean that would if you need it, it needs to be stretched to get all the way up to the windshield.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid 6 inches because we still got to be way up there to
right.
be correct. Yeah, an easy 6. And if that's supposed to be, it's probably actually supposed to be arched up instead of flat. Because you know your hoods are more
Yeah,
arched, they never dip.
right. More bubbled.
Right. Yeah, that thing's probably 2 inches or better. Because it would be higher than this point.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't expecting that, but
Yeah, we've seen that a while back when we first looked at it. Yeah, if you look at that, it should be flat, and we are
not.
a long ways from flat.
Yeah.
It should be flat to slightly uphill, you know, a nice arch.
Yeah, not like
yeah,
that.
it's just sagging real bad. So,
Yeah. Well, learned something new about fiberglass
right,
today.
right. So to be able to use that, we would have to cut it off.
It's not my pretty hood anyway, so I don't really give a
You
shit.
got a new one you're gonna put on it or something different?
No,
or?
this is my only one. Like I have a nice one at home, but that's gonna be on my other one, so I didn't want to cut
Is it
that
like
one
a
up.
factory steel one, or is it?
No,
a
it's a
as well?
fiberglass
Does
one.
it have the same cowl on it? Or is it completely different?
So it has the same cowl minus it doesn't have this like ridge where the cowl sits on. It's just flat and it just has the cowl. And then the cowl's about 2 inches shorter.
I got you.
For this one, I just wanted to run it on this because I didn't care if it got chopped up or
Right,
modified.
well,
or
we're
anything
gonna
like
have
that.
to
Right,
anyway,
exactly,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The other question, I know we were talking a lot of front suspension stuff. Do you want those coilovers put on it?
I was gonna wait to do that when I got home.
Okay, so you're gonna do that
Right.
yourself, so we're not
Yeah.
gonna mess with
Yeah.
it. Okay. I just know it was in our pile.
Yeah. I
so-
just put it over there just because it was over there in case you
Right.
needed them.
Nope,
Like
that's perfect.
if you needed them for the front end, like to mock up something,
no,
then
we shouldn't. We're good there.
that's the only reason why I brought them though.
Okay. And then obviously there's your list that we originally started with.
Yeah.
What other thoughts, questions, ideas? How do you
I
feel progress is type things?
feel like it's pretty good. I mean, I'm really happy with it. So I would say the other thing, this won't be till like way later down the line. I don't know if you saw my email, I think it was last night or 2 nights ago about converting this over to the Silverado front end.
She told me that she sent you an email. You guys talked about it a little bit. So
Yeah, that's my only like other like big thing I could
right.
think of.
What all does that change?
So, I just cannot stand the axles going through my. Yeah, so like the guys that have the fast all-wheel drive stuff, like the Swiper truck, I'm pretty sure the On the Gas guys have that same setup too, where the axles are, you know, like a standard 4x4 where the CVs go up to the diff that's.
Does steel tubes that bolt on? So it would be from this outer section, you know, from like right there wider would be in steel tubing.
Right.
So that we could do your stock style suspension mounts and everything would be welding to those axle tubes, and the center of it would look like that.
I didn't even know you could run a steel like extension on the side. That's actually
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Basically, it is like a standard steel axle tube where this hub bolts on. You would bolt on a steel piece of tubing
I
to
thought
make the
they're
housing wider.
I thought they're just all the fancy billet stuff. I didn't know that you can like convert it to
You can add from the spindle outward because that housing is probably 60 inches wide, where this one's only 38 inches wide.
right.
But they don't make them any wider or any way to do your factory mounts. So if we want to use your factory suspension, it's really nice to do that steel tube because we can weld factory style mounts onto that steel tube, bolt those tubes to the center half.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking something completely different in my head. So like that's actually a lot easier than what I was thinking because I was like, have to back half the whole car. So like, I don't want to
If
do
you
that.
want to do
yeah.
a 4-link, that would be ideal for that situation because you would have better traction. Plus, you can do an all modular aluminum setup.
Yeah.
But if we're going to keep factory width and everything, they don't make them wide enough. So you would have to.
I would just keep it factory.
Yeah.
And
so
then
that's where you would do that steel tube expansion part. And then all your factory control arm, your factory mock up stuff, all those tabs would weld to that tube and that tube would bolt to the end.
I gotcha. Yeah, if I could somehow do something like that, just so I have it so the axles are in there, because I'm worried about snapping an axle and I don't want that to
You could do a 40
happen.
spline axle then. So,
Yeah, that would be number 3 or number 4 thing.
yeah, when the time comes, we can get rough numbers now, but when I do
Yeah.
that one, it'd be more hourly because I don't know what it's going to take
Right.
time wise, do all the brackets, but we could get what all the parts cost and then.
If I could just have a start on that, so then I could build off it in case I wanted to, you know.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that'd be ideal.
It'd probably be easiest. You could do a coil over shock, eliminate your shock on the outside, do a coil over shock, and then you only have your control arm brackets right there that we would weld to
I
this
might
tube.
maybe do that. We'll see. I just have to see how much the coilovers and stuff are for that, and
Right. Well, your traditional coilover shock, if you do like a strange double adjustable, you won't have $1,000 in the shocks, but the expensive is in the housing.
right. Yeah, that's
Your
not a
upper
cheap
control
housing.
your upper control arm mounts, they would be very similar to that. It would bolt in the same place. Your lower control arm mounts would be basically identical to that, bolt in the same place, and they would be welded to the axle tube out here because they are all the way out there on the housing.
Right.
So from where that spindle bolts on, from like here outboard would be this tube.
Right.
From here
That'd
inboard,
be the 9-inch.
it would look just
the
like that.
Third member or whatever.
Yeah, and whatever we have for
Yeah.
track locators and some other components that bolt on.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do a setup like that and do the steel tube out here where all this suspension stuff bolts on. In the future, if you were to ever back half it, you could take this very same housing, unbolt the ends, bolt your 4-link brackets on it, broke your brakes, shorter axles and everything, so you'd only have to buy one housing. You'd have to buy a bunch of components to bolt on it and change it. But
It's just all swappable.
this
stuff.
center section from gold to gold, you could utilize over.
Right, yeah. I actually watched the video with the floater versus non-floater that
Yeah.
Motion put out, and they were
Yeah.
talking about how much adjustability that you have with that.
75% of the housing and,
Right, yeah.
and adapt your floater over. So yeah, if you were to ever back have it and do a 4-link, you could save this much of it and not buy a whole nother second housing.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you had somebody that wanted to bolt it in, you might be able to sell it to them and just buy another one.
Right. And then I could run the brakes that I want because it's a 9-inch housing
Correct.
essentially, and then I could put TBMs on, which is what I want to do on the back, since I have them on the front. Then I can knock more weight off too.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and this housing would be quite a bit lighter than that
Right.
one.
I wonder what the weight difference is from this to like, if I had that in there right now.
That I'm not sure because we'd have to
Right,
build it.
yeah,
and compare
yeah,
it, 'cause
yeah.
There's no there.
It's not like
Wait.
you've probably have you done that before with the Mark Williams where you've done the
Not
steel
the
tubes and all
exact
that?
Same one. I mean, I've done plenty of the Mark Williams.
Right, yeah.
Uh,
It's just like a configuration like how we are talking
yeah,
about.
no, I haven't done it for one of these, but I have done one of the steel tube deals where it was wider than what their 4-link brackets were. So with transmission and transfer case, and we had to get we got cross members up in there. We had to get a different bracket. There was a bracket that we didn't have that went between the transmission and the cross member, because you brought us the cross member with that, but there was not the actual mount that goes from the transmission.
Let me see. Yeah, I didn't even think about that piece, to be honest with you.
These guys Was that a lot better looking?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Looks way less ghetto.
Here's,
Way more safe.
I saved one of them for you. Look how.
Good lord.
You can throw that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Video. Don't
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, don't do that whenever you're doing fabrication on a cage. That's just bullshit right there. Yeah, that's funny.
If you can't weld a certain percentage of the top, you have to put in a corner gusset to compensate for
Right.
the strength that it would lose from being not completely welded.
I gotcha. All right, guys, as you can tell, I am very, very excited with how this turned out. I mean, I still really don't have any words for, you know, just this whole process and all that. So I'm very happy, and we're gonna keep going on it. And yeah, so that's what we got for an update, and we'll be back there. I don't know, probably maybe another month, 2 months, something like that. I don't know. Whenever Amanda hits me up, we'll be back down there and we'll get another video. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.